Hey there, friends, it's Nick. This is episode 433 of the StoryHacker podcast. So, I've talked in the past about the three ways that we can tell a better story, essentially through action, through structure, and through rhetoric, which I guess are kind of, what you do and how you talk about it, really. But it's easy to get kind of, I think, a bit overwhelmed by the complexity of it. And I want to show you how simple it can be. And I'm going to talk about a particular experience that we had at the agency that dealt with how we acted. So it's not marketing in the sense that we're not getting some copy together, we're not structuring a story, but it evolved out of the natural way we worked, right? So the agency, as I've mentioned before, we work with clients around the world. We work with publishers, we worked with financial services companies, we work with visitor attractions, theme parks. And one of our theme park clients, this is years and years ago, had a new recruit. They had a new person into their marketing team. And the first time we spoke to this new guy was when he phoned up needing a change on the website, which we did there and then on the phone. And I remember how blown away he was by the fact that he was actually talking to the people that were doing the work. And it's because he was used to the more traditional agency model, right? Where, the client has a kind of project manager or a client liaison officer at the big agency. So if they need a change, they phone that person, and that person, who's going to be dealing with all the internal politics of a big organisation, needs to pass that request on to the actual people who will do the work. The people do the work, then they tell the client manager, and the client manager comes back and then rings the client back and tells them. So it's, even for small changes, it can be quite a process. And in our case, because we were a small agency, now we'd always said that we focused on service. I mean, for me, obviously, without having a sales team, without making cold calls, without placing any ads, service and word of mouth was the way that we built the business. It was a story-driven business. But this guy, our client, was, as I say, he was just blown away, partly because what we did, the way we worked, violated his expectations, violated his experience, albeit in a positive way. And we worked with that guy, lovely chap, for a few years, and he would always say, it just really showed me that you were something different, really showed me that you were, a different kind of agency. And, it was obviously a story that he told other people, because, we ended up with clients that he'd referred to us. So really simple example, and it's so important when we're telling a story through levels 2 and 3, through structure and through rhetoric, that we are actually living the story too, because that's the way that your story means business, right? Thanks for listening.